Law schools across Ohio are opening up. To celebrate, we brought in a special law school celebrity guest. I hope you enjoy. As you can see, we have a special guest in the studio today. Madison Gesiotto, Miss Ohio USA, is here with us.
Thanks for having me today, Todd.
Thank you very much for coming by. And Madison, you have a big day coming up here real soon. What's going to happen in your world?
Tomorrow is my first day of law school at The Ohio State University, Moritz College of Law.
Now, Madison, what brought you to going to law school?
Growing up, I always had a great respect for not only lawyers, but for the law itself. And as I got older, I saw the opportunity that lawyers have to really change lives and help people. I majored in political science in my undergraduate education at The Ohio State University and decided to apply to law school to be able to make my dream come true and become a lawyer and help people in my community and in my state.
Well, that's fantastic. And I just think, you don't really normally think of beauty pageants and law schools together. Tell me, how'd you get into the pageant world?
Absolutely. Actually, my mom and my sister convinced me to do a pageant for the first time a couple years ago. It wasn't something that I grew up doing. I actually grew up as a figure skater. I had trained in hopes of going to the Olympics, but some injuries ended my career short. So I decided to attend The Ohio State University, and shortly after beginning school at Ohio State, I did my first pageant. And after only competing in Miss Ohio USA 2 times, I took the crown last year, and I just competed in Miss USA this past June.
And I just have to give a plug here for my hometown of Portsmouth. That's where you won the
Yes.
crown. And did they treat you okay while you were there?
Portsmouth treats the girls wonderful. I had a great experience there, and that was actually my first trip to Portsmouth, the first year I competed in Miss Ohio USA, and now I frequently go back.
Oh, very good. Well, and now you went to the national competition, which was in Baton Rouge, I
Yes.
believe. Is that right? And now you're ready to go to law school. You've talked about why you want to go to law school. What do you expect?
It's definitely going to be a lot of reading. It's going to be tough. I mean, law school will be intellectually challenging, and I think that's part of the appeal of law school to me personally. I can't wait for all of the challenges that my first year will hold.
Yeah, and it will be, and you'll spend a lot of time there. Matter of fact, I probably have some tips that may be able to help you out if you'd be interested.
Absolutely.
But I'm kind of a quid pro quo kind of guy, so
Okay.
I'm going to need some advice back. Is that okay?
I could give you some beauty tips.
Let's see if we can do it. Well, Madison, thank you for working with me to make this deal.
Of course, I'm excited about it.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to help you out, and you can help me out some too.
Absolutely.
First thing, are you familiar with, ever heard of the Socratic method?
Yes, I have.
Okay, what do you think the Socratic method is?
Well, as I've been told by all of the other law students, I'm going to get called on in the middle of class when I'm not expecting it to a question that I don't have an answer to.
Absolutely, and it will happen. So the best thing you need to do is avoid getting called on, okay?
Okay.
You're going to have a lot of problems avoiding getting called on, okay? So in that situation, what you need to do, no matter what the question, the only answer, it depends. Say it with me.
It depends.
It depends, because the professor will just go after you for hours and hours. Expect whenever you're called on, it's your day, okay? But the first time he or she calls on you, what's the answer?
It depends.
Depends. The one thing that is so important that I use every day in my practice, I practice for 20 years, is whenever you get to property class, you have to learn the ins and outs, everything about the rule against perpetuities. You familiar with that one?
It has to do with 21?
Not bad, yeah. Well, I would explain it to you, but I would violate the rule in the amount of time it would take for me to explain it to you. But just remember,
Okay.
every day you'll use that in the practice of law.
I'll be sure to look out for it this year.
Another tip. Now, many of your classes in college graded on the curve?
No.
All right. Law school is graded on the curve. So what you want to do is after the first year, you'll know a lot of your class members. You're going to want to pick your classes so that the people in your class will help your curve, if you know what I mean. Okay?
All right, I'll work on that. But I think now it's time for me to give you some beauty tips.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so teach me, master.
All right, so the 2 most important tips I can give you about pageant walking are smiling and elegance. When you're doing your pageant walk, you always have to keep a big smile on your face. And when you're walking, you need to walk with poise and confidence. Let me show you how to do this.
I have to admit, Madison, you're a good walker. I've never walked like that.
Give it a try.
Well, what do you think?
Not bad, but I want to see you try it.
Go. You have to walk foot in front of her, you'll break your freaking leg.
All right, Todd, the next thing you need to know about pageants is the onstage question, which is personally my favorite part.
Boy, I think that would be the hardest.
Arguably, it is the hardest, but there's many ways that you can prepare for this portion of the competition. You need to stay up to date on all of the current events, both in your area, in the country, and around the globe. You need to speak loudly, clearly, and with confidence. Engage with both your judges and your audience.
Well, that could be handy. It's similar to engaging a jury, for example, or when you get called on in law school.
Absolutely.
Maybe we ought to give it a shot.
All right, first question. Should people who leak classified documents in the name of public information be charged with treason?
Well, that depends.
Well, Todd, that's about all the tips I have for you today.
Well, Madison, I'm a little disappointed. I really was looking forward to your thoughts on my favorite part of the competition, the swimsuit competition. And I want to see what you thought from me. Did you think this or this?
Well, I guess I do have one more tip. You should probably hit the gym.
Well, Madison, thank you very much for visiting us here at the OSBA. I hope you learned a little bit from my tips. I know I learned a lot from you.
I absolutely did. And do you have any more questions for me before I leave?
Could I wear the crown?